Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a pleasant Saturday afternoon. I decided to do this blog about self-esteem because I actually have 34 years of working with families and single adults. And I found that self-esteem was an issue with some of these families. I feel that self-esteem is an issue in our society at large. And I wanted to talk about it and to discuss the seriousness of self-esteem. I wanted to start by saying what self-esteem is. Self-esteem is a person's judgment of him or herself. Self-concept is how that person feels about him or herself. Positive self-concept will define how we live, how we work, how we manage our surroundings, how we live day to day. Self-concept will have a lot to do with that. Middle age is where we figure out where we fit in. And in our society today, I think that it is a problem or an issue on where we fit in. And later on in life, if we don't learn this early, it becomes a problem later on in life. So it is good to know where you fit in. Self-worth will determine how competent that children are or that they become. Competency is another issue that is very important in children and in growing up, and with them defining where they are in life. It is important as well. Self-esteem depends on the importance of social support that a child receives. Social support from families, cousins, schoolmates, friends, and people that they actually deal with day after day. Self-esteem depends on whom they're dealing with, those around them. And in fact, by age 5, a positive or a negative self-esteem habit or self-esteem personality has developed. So we see right away by age 5, it is imperative that self-esteem has been included in your child's growth. Good values such as honesty and responsibility is central to a child becoming an adult. Self-esteem is confident in one's own self or one's own self-worth. Self-esteem is very important. Positive self-esteem makes us resilient and hopeful about life. It is affecting how we live, how we handle ourselves, how we treat others. It is very important. Impaired self-esteem makes us hard to get along with, hard to manage. It also affects our relationships. Relationships as we grow older. Relationship between a male and a female. It is affected about us. It is very important. Healthy self-esteem. Healthy self-esteem plays a vital role in who and what we become. Some healthy self-esteem traits are: know that you matter, feelings of competency, like who you are, honesty and integrity, trustworthiness, accept attention, and it also helps you to be respectful of others, respectful of your parents, respectful of those you worked with. It is all central and important. And I see so many times where it is lacking. And it also presents a problem in society later on in life. I also wanted to talk about the lack of self-worth. If you do not know your worth, how can you possibly know the worth of someone else? It is so important to know your own worth as well as someone else's worth. It is important. It is very important. Now, I wanted to talk about some of the traits of unhealthy self-esteem. Those are: you're afraid to take risks, agree with others. That is another issue I find. Agreeing with others, even though their decisions are not great. Avoid attention. That is another issue that I find in some families that I dealt with. Allow abuse. Now, we know that is central to relationships when we get grown, or when we mature, when we get older, when we become adults. Put others first as opposed to yourself. It is central that you put yourself first and foremost. Causes of impaired self-esteem. There are several causes of poor self-esteem. Dysfunctional family, codependency, no voice at home, no healthy boundaries. With families, it is important to have boundaries. What you will and will not have at your home, or what you will and will not allow for. Boundaries needs to be set. Controlling, and do not allow children to express themselves. It is very important that a child feel worthy. It is important that a child know that they are listened to. It is important to make a child feel worthy and loved. It is important. If it is not done, their self-esteem becomes unhealthy. And a child with unhealthy self-esteem pays a price later on in life. So we as parents need to help our children, work with our children, have patience with our children, and help them to feel love at all causes. Good relationship is important to children as they grow older. Relationships is a part of our life from childhood to adulthood. And it's good to know how to deal with each and every type of relationship that a child will encounter from childhood throughout adulthood. It is important. So in my conclusion, I just wanted to bring out more information about self-esteem and to tie it in into our surrounding now, wherein murdering, drug usage, rape, all kinds of traumatic incidents that's going on, wherein it seems like the lack of care has become a part of our lives, and it is becoming the norm. Something has to change. We have to put in whatever we have that's good towards the changing of society. Someone has to take hold and care about what is going on. If we find that we need help in this situation, there are several places where you can get help. Social service agencies would have a listing of places where you can go. Family counseling, family workshops, Google. So if you feel that you fall short, then I encourage you to seek help so that you can be a better parent to your child. Thank you for tuning in to my first blog. Be reminded, this is my first blog. Thank you. Bye-bye.